And moving on, let's talk some more cricket. As South Africa named their squad for the white ball tour of West Indies women June 11th through the 24th. All the matches will be played at the 3Ws Oval in Barbados. Back in the Proteas team is Marizan Cap after being rested in the recent Tri-Nation Series in Sri Lanka. The South African squad is Laura Fulvart, captain, Tasman Brits, Nadine de Klerk, Annery Dirksen, Ayana Hulbe, Sinalo Jafta, Marizan Cap, of course, Ayabonga Taka, Masabata Class, Sunilus, Karaba Meso, Nonkululeko Laba, Tumi Sehukun, Nondemuso Sangase, Mayam Smith, and Chloe Tryon. I'm sorry if I butchered some of the names.
You know that murder is a crime, John.
I'm sorry if I butchered some of the names, Trevor. But the 3-1 days scheduled for June 11th rather, to the 14th. Rather, the 3-1 days are June 11th, June 14th, and June 17th. The 2020s, June 20th, 22nd, and 23rd.
Okay.
Let's go back to Jamaica, where St. Catherine Cricket Club through to the final of the Michael Holding Senior Cup cricket competition. Thanks to first innings semi-final win over defending champions Kingston Cricket Club. Kingston Cricket Club 177 all out, Durval Green 54, Odin Smith 40, Jeffrey Royal 4 for 48, Raleigh Thomas and Robman Powell 2 wickets each. St. Catherine 319, Robman Powell 144, Trevon Williams 41, Jeffrey Royal 40, Durval Green 4 for 31. Kingston Cricket Club 192 for 5 in their second innings, Kirk Mackenzie 40, Romain Morris 39, Vital Laws 3 for 50. St. Catherine await the winner of the Clarendon Cricket Association and the Kensington Cricket Club game. Of course, Trevor, you know, Robman Powell was recently dismissed as Cricket West Indies White Ball 2020 captain.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Indian Premier League at Lucknow. Royal Challengers Bangalore by 6 wickets over Lucknow Super Giants. Giants 227 for 3 from 20 overs. Richard Panther 118 not out. Mitchell March 67. Tusharam Kumar and Shepherd 1 wicket each. Royal Challengers Bangalore 230 for 4 from 18.4 overs. Jitesh Sharma 85 not out. Virat Kohli 54. Willow Rook 2 for 74 from 4 overs. Qualifier 1 in the Indian Premier League between Punjab Kings and Royal Challengers Bangalore tomorrow. In Lahore, Pakistan by 37 runs over Bangladesh in game 1 of their 3-game 2020 series. Pakistan 201 for 7 from 20 overs. Salman Agha 56, Shadab Khan 48, Shariful Islam 2 for 32 from 3 overs. Bangladesh 164 in 19.2 overs. Liton Das 48, Jeka Ali 36, Hassan Ali 5 for 30 from 3.2 overs. Shadab Khan 2 for 26 from 4. Game 2 on Friday. in football, Jamaica Premier League, heartiest congratulations to Cavalier Soccer Club,
Oh,
who defended their Jamaica Premier League title, defeating Mount Pleasant 6-5 on penalty shootout. The game went to the dreaded tiebreaker
yeah.
with the scores deadlocked at 0-0 after 120 minutes of football, Trevor.
You know, John, I just hate to see games being decided by penalty. You know, it does not really establish that one team is better than the other. It's strictly by luck.
Well, listen, you remember in the old days, though, Trevor, when a championship game ended in a draw, there was a replay,
You play again. Yes, right.
but in today's soccer community, as so many games are being played that when they set the final, whatever happens in the final, they have to get a result. you know.
I mean, the luck of the dive by the goalkeeper in a penalty.
Yeah.
One player hits the ball and it bounces off the goalpost. One player hits the ball and it bounces in off the goalpost. And that determines who is your champion. That, I think a lot of fans goes away from a penalty shootout, John, very upset.
Well, in your penalty shootout, it's exciting, Trevor. I tell you, it keeps you on the edge of your seat.
It's only exciting for the team that wins, John.
Well, no, you sit down in the stand and penalty shootout, and you wonder what will happen. And boom, the ball goes over the bar or right on the post. Or the goalkeeper makes a brilliant save.
Or maybe what they should do, John, is have the goalkeepers take penalty kicks against each other, and everybody and the rest of players who have been trying for the last 90 minutes to put a ball in the net, let them take a rest, John.
Well, sometimes goalkeepers do take the penalty shots too, Trevor.
Okay.
But both Cavalier and Mount Pleasant have qualified for the CONCACAF Caribbean Cup. And St. Lucia had players on opposing teams.
Oh.
Vino Bartlett, the Cavalier goalkeeper, while Melvin Doxley, he plays for Mount Pleasant.
Oh.
And the Cavalier goalkeeper, because he saved a shot in the penalty shootout, that was the difference.
Oh.
Anyway, Honored Gods defeated Montego Bay United 4-2 in the third place game. So Honored will defend their Caribbean Football Union Club Shield. Jamaica's Reggae Boys defeated Trinidad and Tobago Soca Warriors 3-2 in last night's Unity Cup game in England. Casey Palmer, Ruman Burrell, and Richard King scored for Jamaica, while Isaiah Leacock and Kevin Molino tallied for the Soca Warriors. And following the game, Reggae Boys coach Steve McLaren expressed his belief that Jamaica's central defender and just happens to be Cavalier captain Richard King has the tools to be successful in Europe. I think now that the European season is over, Trevor, and teams are going hunting, perhaps some team will pick up Richard King now, because apparently the coach has also passed his information on to several scouts across Europe. So he might get a bite.
I hope, John.
And Jamaica await the winner of the Ghana-Nigeria game, which is probably on now, Trevor. But at last check, Nigeria was leading 2-1.
Okay.
But the winner will play Jamaica and the loser plays Trinidad and Tobago. But ahead for Jamaica are, of course, the World Cup qualifiers, June 7th against British Virgin Islands and June 10th against Guatemala. And for Trinidad and Tobago, they have World Cup qualifiers against St. Kitts and Nevis on June 6th, followed by Costa Rica, June 10th. And Jamaica Reggae Boy, Junior Flemings, has signed a contract extension with his club, Ashman Football Club, in the United Arab Emirates Pro League. His 10 goals and 1 assist made him the leading goal scorer in 25 appearances for the club.
Okay.
And of course, you know, Jamaica Reggae Girls coach Hubert Busby has named a 21-member squad for the June 3rd friendly against the US. And again in goal are Elia Brooks, Sydney Snyder, and Serena Mensah. In defense, Chantel Swaby, Alison Swaby, Tanya Plummer, Naya Cardoza, Vian Sampson. Midfield, Naima Ingleton, Sole Washington, Amelia Van Zanten, Olufala Sade, Adamolikon, Atlanta Primus, and Denisha Blackwood, while up front, the forward line is made up of Kayla McKenna, Rihanna Blades, Shayna Hales, Chanel Buckley, Cameron Simmons, Kalisha Van Zanten, and Jody Brown. Of course, you know, no Khadija Bonishaw, who is on the injured list. Coach Busby also noted that 2 additional players could be added pending completion of passport and citizenship documents. Jamaica Women's Premier League results from the weekend. Fraser's whip continued to roll as they defeated Proven Girls 9-0. Davia Richards hit the back of the net 5 times. Federal United 3-1 over Stringers Football Club. Cavalier 2-0 over Mile Gully. Los Perfectos 2-0 over Wi-Fi United. Real Mona 1-0 over UWI. And again, Trevor, it's domino time. And as Monty says, John, you've been elected. Anyway, moving along, English Premiership. Oh, what a final weekend it was in English Premier Football on the weekend, Trevor. All the games were played on Sunday. And going into Sunday's final round, Newcastle, Chelsea, and Aston Villa all on 67 points, with goal difference separating 4th, 5th, and 6th. Well, following Sunday's games, I don't know what happened there, Trevor. But
it's relegation time, right?
Well, following Sunday's games, Trevor, Chelsea switched places with Newcastle after defeating Nottingham 1-0.
Okay.
Everton tripped up Newcastle 1-0.
Okay.
While Manchester United won a game, defeating Aston Villa 2-0.
Manchester United won a game, John.
Oh, by the way, I was glancing at something talking about Manchester United. They're on a Asian tour, and they lost the game 1-0 to the Asian team, and they were booed. And the coach says it might have been good for them. You know. Anyway, other league ending scores: West Ham 3-1 over Ipswich, Brighton 4-1 over Tottenham, Liverpool and Crystal Palace in a 1-1 stalemate. Bournemouth 2-0 over Leicester City. Manchester City 2-0 over Fulham. Wolverhampton Wanderers and Brentford in a 1-1 stalemate.
Mm-hmm.
Arsenal 2-1 over Southampton.
Uh-huh.
And congratulations, certain to Liverpool, Trevor, the 2024-25 champions of the English Premiership, and to Mo Salah, not only the leading goal scorer with 29 goals, but also he had the most assists in 18. As a matter of fact, he was also the only player with double figures in assists.
Whoa.
And just to let our listeners know, our viewers, the top 5 positions in the Premiership were Liverpool, Arsenal second, Manchester City third, Chelsea fourth, Newcastle fifth.
Okay.
65-year-old Carlo Ancelotti is now the new Brazilian national team coach. He has been the Real Madrid manager the past 4 years.
Yes.
He has won the Champions League 3 times and the La Liga twice. He has also guided AC Milan to become European champions twice. He has won the Premier League and FA Cup with Chelsea. He has been a winner wherever he has gone and is now setting his sights on the 2027 World Cup with Brazil. Ancelotti has 2 World Cup qualifiers ahead of him. Ecuador away on June 5th and at home 5 days later. But Brazil sits 4th in the South American qualifiers with 4 games to go, Trevor. But Ancelotti has selected Casemiro and Richarlison to his first squad for next week's qualifiers. They have not played for Brazil since a 2-0 loss to Paraguay in October of 2023.
Okay.
And the squad is in goal, Alisson, Bento, and Hugo Sousa. In defense, Alexandro, Danilo, Leo Ortiz, Wesley, Alexandro, Lucas Beraldo, Marquinhos, Carlos Augusto, and Vanderson. In midfield, Andres Pereira, Andre Santos, Bruno Gomeras, Casemiro, Ederson, and Gerson. And folks, this is not the 1970 Gerson. This is not the 1970 Gerson. Anyway, up front is Anthony Estavio, Gabriel Martinelli, Mateus Cunha, Rafinha, Richarlison, and Vinicius Jr.
Vinci, okay. Okay.
Wonder where Cristiano Ronaldo will end up next season, Trevor.
Where's Neymar?
He's out of contract with Al Nassr of the Saudi Pro League as of June 30th. Neymar, I think, went back to Santos in Brazil.
So why isn't he on Ancelotti's team?
Injured.
Okay. Okay.
Now, according to claims by FIFA President Gianni Infantino, while Al Nassr has not qualified for the expanded Club World Cup, Ronaldo could find his way on a team that has qualified. Here's the deal. The Club World Cup kicks off June 14th. Keep in mind, Ronaldo's contract expires June 30th. What FIFA has done is introduce an additional transfer window
Ah,
June 1st to June 10th.
I tell you,
So
those we can't trust those FIFA people, John.
Al Nassr conceivably could transfer Ronaldo to a club in the Club World Cup and he'd be eligible to play Club World Cup beginning June 14th.
Show me the money.
Oh boy, the web that FIFA weaves. What this all means, Trevor, a club with Ronaldo puts more fannies in
In
the
the stands,
stands.
in the stands.
In the stands. Yep.
Show me the money.
Anyway, Trevor, 37-year-old Lionel Messi will be in Argentina's squad for their World Cup qualifiers away against struggling Chile on June 5th and at home to Colombia June 10th. Injury kept him out of the March doubleheader against Paraguay and Brazil. And let's move on to some boxing, Trevor. I need to call the professor in here and ask this question.
Okay.
Do you think boxers who have long careers in the ring, brains do not work so well anymore? They lose cognitive awareness.
John,
I read, Trevor, I read, Professor, over the weekend
Okay.
that the great Filipino boxer of recent past, Manny Pacquiao, at age 46, has a WBC welterweight title fight scheduled for July 19th in Las Vegas against 30-year-old Mario Barrios. Barrios has won 29 of his 32 fights, 18 inside the distance, while Pacquiao has won 62 of his 72 fights, 39 by knockout.
John.
Yeah, Trevor, he has the most consecutive boxing world title fight victories at different weight classes. 15 between 2005 and 2011. December 4th, 1998, at age 19, he won his first world title, the WBC flyweight title. He lost his last fight August 2021 against Yordenis Ugas. So why at age 46, under 4-year absence, Mr. Pacquiao wants to fight against Trevor? Fight again.
Blame it on Mike Tyson.
Trevor, you know, Manny Pacquiao was a great fighter in his class.
So was Mike Tyson.
But Father Time takes away a lot of physical skills, and I hope Manny doesn't learn that the hard way come July 19th.
Okay.
I tell you, on that note, is domino time. Let's move on to some netball as the Suncore Super League scores with Janelle Fowler, Nemhard back in their lineup. The winning continues for West Coast Fever. She led the Fever to a 75-66 win over the Giants netball. Fowler Nemhard hitting on 63 of her 66 attempts on goal. She has now surpassed 9,000 league goals. Adelaide Thunderbirds and the Melbourne Mavericks was a clash of sunshine girls, with Romelda Aiken-George's Adelaide Thunderbirds defeating Shimona Jack's Melbourne Mavericks 66-59. Romelda hit on 47 of her 52 attempts, while Shimona Jack completed 34 of 35 shots. Moving on to the pool and swimming, as Jamaica brought home 3 silver and 5 bronze medals from the 2025 Panama Aquatics Championships in Medellin, Colombia. Colin McKenzie, a pair of silver medals in the men's 19 to 22 50-meter and 100-meter breaststroke. Here Alert, silver medal in 13 to 15 women's butterfly. And the bronze medal winners were Rice Hunter in the men's 13 to 15 100 backstroke, Colin McKenzie, the men's 19 to 22 200 breaststroke, his third medal in the meet. Here Alert picked up medals in the women's 13 to 15 100 breaststroke, the 50-meter freestyle, and the 50-meter breaststroke. She brought home 4 medals. Coach Wendy Lee expressed her delight with the performance of the team, even for those who didn't medal but showed marked improvement.
Okay.
And moving across the Caribbean, Diane Henderson won a second consecutive term to lead Trinidad and Tobago Olympic Committee at Saturday's annual general meeting. She got 25 of the eligible votes to beat out the man she succeeded, Brian Lewis, who got 10 votes. In 2021, she created history by becoming the first woman to lead the Trinidad and Tobago Olympic Committee. And she's also now the first woman to be given a second term.
Okay.
Going back to the pool in the 2025 Panama Aquatics Championships in Medellin, Colombia, Guyana brought home 4 gold medals, and all the gold medals were won by Raekwon Noel.
Wow.
The
one man quartet.
A one-man club, eh? Cuba won 10 medals, 2 gold, 4 silver, and 4 bronze. Aruba, 10 medals, 2 gold, 1 silver, and 7 bronze. What's the British Virgin Islands? 5 medals, 1 gold, 3 silver, 1 bronze, or the Virgin Islands rather. Haiti, 3 medals, 1 silver, 2 bronze, and St. Lucia, 1 bronze medal. Trinidad and Tobago Professional Football League Tier 1, San Juan Hablotech, 3 goals to 2 over Caledonia United, while Police Football Club defeated Club Sando by the Bob Marley song, One Love. Grenada's decathlon Olympic and world champion medalist Linda Victor to make his return to action this weekend at the globally acclaimed Hyper Meeting Gotzis in Austria. The meet is part of the World Athletics Combined Events Tour. And moving on to horse racing, Trevor, the final leg of the 2025 Triple Crown, the Belmont Stakes, scheduled for June 7th, will be held at Saratoga Racetrack in Saratoga Springs because of ongoing renovations at Belmont Park in New York. The Belmont will be over 1.25 miles. The winner should come from Sovereignty, Journalism, Rodriguez, Baeza, or Gusker. We shall see.
Well, we know journalism.
Because, you know, Sovereignty
in fine form.
Well, Sovereignty, you know, won the Kentucky Derby. Didn't run the Preakness, but Journalism won the Preakness, and was second. Journalism was second in the Kentucky. So both now are going for a win in the third leg of the Triple Crown.
I have to take a look at Journalism.
Finally, let's look at cricket history as former Sri Lanka captain Angelo Matthews says he will retire from Test cricket in June. His final appearance expected to be June 17th, first test against Bangladesh in Galle. In 118 test matches, Matthews has scored 8,167 runs,
Oh.
third highest for Sri Lanka. Ahead of him are Kumar Sangakkara, 12,400, and Mahela Jayawardene, 11,814. Matthews has scored 16 test centuries with a top score of 200 not out against Zimbabwe. He captained Sri Lanka in 34 test matches between 2013 and 2017. And folks, that's where I draw stumps on John Sports Corner this Wednesday afternoon on the SosoBone Media Network. Thanks for joining us. Tell a friend that we span the globe. And remember to go to Winner Circus Tour in the SosoBone shop and pick up available merchandise that's there, as well as the great Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee. Hope you enjoyed your Memorial Weekend, folks, and have a great rest of the week. See you next Wednesday.